John was in his absolute element of
Yeah, I
people
was.
going, "Oh, can we have a photograph of you? Can we have a photograph of you?" John was like,
Mate, I was all
Me?
over it like baked beans on toast, mate.
"Yeah,
Baked beans
yeah."
on toast. I was there, mate. Come, here you come. Smart. How do you want me to post?
Here we are.
I was trying not to laugh.
I
I
know
was trying
you were.
not to laugh. I know last week I said like we start every podcast off with a laughter, and I was trying not to laugh, but I couldn't stop myself. Sorry.
So here we are. Good evening, good day. How are you, Mr. Collie? Welcome to the Groove Junction.
Well, thank you for having me back.
Unfortunately, you're part and parcel of it now.
Well, then I'm happy to be here, my friend. I'm very happy to be here.
Good.
How are you?
I'm all right. Yeah.
In short.
I'm sure.
No. You just don't give us, just are you okay?
I'm good, man. All good.
Sweet.
All
Listen,
good.
first question before we go into everything, right?
Let's do it.
How many messages did you get this week?
Two.
Did you?
Yeah.
I don't count. So how many really?
Two.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well done.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the two people that reached out to me. I'm not going to name them.
No.
Because I don't need to. It's private. It's a private thing. But yeah, it's all good. Thing. Yeah. Private thing.
Good, but it's working, isn't it?
Yeah, it seems to be working. But yeah, ultimately, the Groove Junction, we are back for another week. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for downloading. Thank you for watching, whether it's on YouTube, whether it is on Spotify player, or you're listening to all the podcasts. It's myself, Matty F, and the big JC, John Colley, are back on another episode of the Groove Junction. So firstly, how's your week been, John?
Yeah, man, busy. Yeah, really good. I mean, it's standard, like Monday or Thursday was just in the office, like daytime job, doing that normal stuff, I get out of it. And then Friday I did a 40th birthday at the pub down the road, so it's like a 45-second drive.
47, you said last week.
Well, it is 47, but I mean,
you put your foot down this week, did you?
I didn't have to give way at the end. Well, I had to give way, but there was nothing coming, so I didn't have to wait. So 45 seconds. Yeah,
right.
So that was really good. It was a big surprise party as well, so I had all my lights all programmed up, so it lit up the doorway when he walked in, which luckily for me, I actually know what the geezer looked like, which was a big help.
And
yeah, because his wife was like running around like a headless chicken. She had absolutely no clue what was going on when he was getting there or nothing. So yeah, so then I was told he's coming. He's going to be 5 minutes. So turned all the music off and everything. Called everybody up to the dance floor.
Yeah.
Half an hour we were stood there waiting for him to turn up. And then she come up to me and said, he's outside, he's in the beer garden. Okay, yeah, no problem, right? So on the mic, right? 15 minutes later, he's come in, right? She's gone, where the hell have you been? He's gone, I was talking to the boys outside in the beer garden. So, but yeah, it went really well. So the music was no cheese. We want club, R&B, we want garage, we want a little bit of drum and bass. I was like, yes, mate, so that's really good. So yeah, that was good. And then luckily, I did say last week that I had to pack everything up because I was in the same pub the following night.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so I did have to pack everything up, but they said, look, just leave it in our kitchen.
Thanks.
So, well, their kitchen's not an active kitchen; they don't cook in the pub.
Ah, right.
So it's it's just a kitchen. It's just a storage space. So I kept that all there, and then I did a number 40th last on Saturday night, which that was good. That was busy. Again, a little bit more cheese in that one. A little bit of drum bass. They kind of like garage round here and drum and bass round here.
Yeah.
Weirdos. I'm not big. I'm not.
You can't say that. It's their choice. You're there to play
their
music.
And I did play their music. Play their music. And it was quite, even some of the songs I thought, I'm going to chuck a chance with this site. And it really worked. So I was like, oh, right, put that one in the bag. We'll keep that one for the next party. That worked really well.
Excellent.
So yeah. And then what do I do Sunday? Nothing Sunday, just a day of chilling.
Nice.
housework, and all the normal stuff. So, yeah. How about you?
Uh,
Actually, sorry, can I
oh,
stop that? Sorry,
okay. Yeah, of course.
sorry. Yeah, so that was me Saturday. Bradley was also out for me doing an 80th birthday down in Southend, and Carmelo was out in Chelmsford doing a 21st as well.
Nice. All
So
right.
it was a busy Saturday. 3 of us out. Nice.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
What's
And
all
yourself, my friend. Like,
Oh,
how was
yeah.
you?
Okay. Back to me, yeah?
Yeah, well, you did say, I was part and parcel of the Groove Junction. I kind of feel I've got to send that back to you and say, look, you are part of it.
Oh,
So,
thanks.
if you can spare,
Appreciate that.
well, sharing is caring.
Nice. Thanks. Yeah,
Anytime today, though. Anytime.
sorry, am I holding you up or something?
No, not at all.
Oh.
I mean, I've got all the time in the world for you, Matt.
I was just trying to remember what I had last weekend that's just gone. I had 2 14-year-old birthday parties to do.
That's right, yeah. And weren't they in the same hall?
No.
No.
I
Same
was in
group of people or something, wasn't it?
sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
So last week I did a 14th, same group of kids. Saturday did a 14th, same group of kids. And Sunday it was a mix of half of the kids from anyway. Without getting into it, it was another kids party for a couple of hours, which is good. I quite enjoy them to be honest. And they're good kids. To be fair, they're fairly respectful and they ask nicely for music. And I just normally step to one side and let them type in their requests straight into the laptop because I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Who?
Never
What
heard
song?
of it, mate.
Yeah. You type it. You type it.
You know what? I have found that with parties, and I think a lot of it's because of TV, TikTok, YouTube, and all of that.
Yeah.
We're getting a lot of artists come through that are maybe established and quite big in America, but in this country, but the kids are hearing it at school, they're hearing it on TikTok, giving it, yeah, man, love it, and people like us are like, never heard of it, mate.
Yeah.
Never heard of it. So,
whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
But yeah, so yeah, it was 2 hours good. I don't know if you saw my little TikTok or Instagram I did about setup times.
No, I didn't see that.
No, you've not seen that. Oh,
No, not,
oh, thanks, mate.
I saw the video of the of the party and the setup. I saw that.
Oh no. So
is that another one?
Yeah, no, that was separate. I sent you that just to show you because obviously
okay.
I don't like to put out on social media the kids' parties. But it was,
mate, you're right.
The video that I showed you, I had permission to film it. But it was just more the fact of these kids all doing this dance, which was incredible.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Flow Rider dance song, wasn't
it? No, it was Pitbull Timber.
Oh, of course it was. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
But anyway, so I did, and this is something I wanted to sort of dive into with you a little bit. So I did a video which I put on my Instagram and TikTok accounts around setup times.
Mm-hmm.
So I got everything into the venue, laid it all down, started the stopwatch, and set everything up. How long my setup, as you haven't seen it, how long was my setup from start to finish?
Is it the same setup I saw the other week when we was in Brentwood?
Yeah. So booth, sound, 2 moving heads on plimps, gravity stands with 2 rollers, and 14 uplights.
Okay, I am going to go with 48 minutes.
Oh, okay. It was 37.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 37 minutes. Which and another reason why I think it does speed up slightly is I've gone away from using cables as much as possible.
Okay, so you're using like the wireless dongles for your lighting and all that.
Yeah, I'm using the wireless stuff now, which is quite good, and it speeds up that time really.
Yeah, it does make a difference.
Yeah, and before, if I was daisy chaining DMX cables from every light going, it would take a lot. It would take a lot longer, and I reckon my setup time was around about 50 minutes.
Okay.
55 minutes previously with all DMX cables, but now I wasn't overly rushing to make a point on it. I was just doing it.
You're just doing it,
and it was 37 minutes.
That's not bad. You going back to DMX cable? I mean, obviously before I got my Wi-Fi dongles, I used to DMX all go. And one of the things that very occasionally it would happen, but it would happen. You'd have a faulty DMX cable, And because you're daisy chaining from one light to the next light to the next light to the next light,
affects them all.
well, he does, and then it's kind of like fault finding which is the dodgy cable. So you got to go and like start changing all the cables and this, that, and the other, and that adds another 10, 15 minutes onto your thing. Then you've got to make sure that all the cables are either take down, covered up, or whatever, made safe, because there's a lot more cables. You know, the only drawback I can see with the wireless dongles really is one is interference. Although I've never had any interference with mine.
No, not I.
And forgetting to charge them. That's another thing that I could see being a potential problem. I've never had that either because I always remember to charge them up. But yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. But
so 37 minutes for me. I'd be interested to see if anyone's got any comments that they want to make on how long it takes them for their setup. How long for you, John? How long is it for you? So if you went with the same sort of element of uplighters and four main
lights, four main lights, and I would say, see, I build, I do build my Nova Pro podiums. I do build them. They're all flat pack. Now I build them.
Yeah, so I build them on the night as well.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, yeah.
That takes me about 10 minutes to do like both of them.
You've got big fingers, haven't you?
Yeah.
Them screws.
Yeah. I would say it takes me about, if I said 45 to 50 minutes, I wouldn't be far off from that.
Okay, well, next time you go out, I want to see a time lapse, and I want to see a recording at the beginning of you starting to watch and you at the end.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
All right, that's my challenge. And any other DJs, I want to see your challenge of how long it takes you to set up mobile DJs from start to finish. Let's get those going. I want to see those on TikTok and then tag us in.
So that's with all your gear's unloaded in the car. It's in the venue. Right,
it's in the venue. You're in a pile, and then you go.
Okay, right. There you go.
Go and have a look at my TikTok or Instagram, and but thanks for caring and sharing and all that.
I didn't see. When did you post it? When did you post it? Yesterday? Because if you did it Sunday's like the Sabbath for me. I don't do anything.
I can't remember. The weekend went so quickly because I did another little video of packing my car with all my kit.
I did see that one because it had the Tetris theme song.
There you go. The mobile DJ Tetris game. Every mobile DJ does it. Whether you've got a van, whether you've got a car, it's all about utilising the space you've got and packing it accordingly.
Packing it accordingly.
Yeah, so I did want to go on.
So like the setting up and the lights and everything, and Brad, he was out for me on Saturday night. He had a bit of a nightmare loading. He had to go up a couple of flights of stairs along the corridor through double doors and all of that. And I mean, have you got a nightmare venue? If someone rings up and says, "Oh, I'm going to have a party at this venue," you give it that books, and you're not, because you just don't want to do it because you know the loading is a pig.
I don't know.
I've got one in Chelmsford.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it doesn't really bother me, to be fair.
Mate, the one in Chelmsford would. Yeah, honestly. So it's actually
you're gonna name and shame it.
No, I'm not gonna name and shame it. But if you live in Chelmsford, it's the pub at the top of the high street. Right. Now the thing is with the pub,
I know the one. I know. Okay, yeah.
You can't. It's all because our high street in Chelmsford is all pedestrianised. You cannot get onto the high street.
Yep.
Okay. So you have to park your car at Waterloo Lane, which is like quite a distance away from the
track.
Yeah. And then you have to carry all your stuff down the high street, through the corridor that goes into the venue.
I'm not doing it.
I hadn't even finished yet.
I know.
You go 2 flights of stairs, or like 1 flight of stairs with a little landing, up a flight of stairs, through a set of double doors. You double back on yourself. You go back down a corridor, down a couple of steps into the room. Exactly. And then pack up is even worse, because pack up, normally the pub is open and there's like loads of people in there.
And you got to get through everyone.
And you got to get through everyone. And the thing is, every time you take something out of your car, you got to lock it back up again. You can't just leave the boot open or the door open. You've got to, honestly, if anyone says to me that venue, I go, "Oh, I'm ever so sorry, but I'm already booked. Let me see if Matty's available."
Not happening. It's not happening.
Oh, that is a nightmare gig. So I don't know if there's any nightmare loading.
And that's where Brad was it?
No. He was in. He was in Southend.
All right.
Or Leon C. Rochford, I don't know, somewhere around there. And he did have a bit of a pig of a.
All right.
Because the speakers are heavy. DJ stands are quite heavy and all that.
Sounds like you need do a bit of working out, Brad. To be honest, sounds like he needs to get
I'm
a bit
surprised.
of
I'm
get a bit of
surprised
shift
he
in.
was back at work because he only got married last week, didn't he? He's been married just over a week now.
Yeah,
Poor
very
thing.
true. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would be interesting to see if people are going to do this little video challenge. It'd be nice to see what people's times are for their setups and how they're doing it, and also how they load their vehicles. I know you think, oh, it's actually quite a silly topic to talk about, but actually it's quite a crucial part of the logistics of a mobile DJ in relation to how they're going to pack their van, what they're taking, what equipment they're taking, because we've all got additional bits and pieces that I've got
Mobile phone.
I've got a mobile phone now. Yes. Yeah. So we've got loads. I've got loads of stuff. But it's just a case of what am I going to use? What am I taking out? What do I want to make?
Do you take loads of extras with you just in case? See, I do. I take extras.
See, I try not to. I try like, what extras are you talking about?
So if anything goes wrong, so
Like
say
what?
you say like your controller. Say your controller decides to have a hissy
No.
fit, and so you don't take a spare. I say I'd carry a spare controller. What
No.
about a bag of cables, box of cables like DMX, IECs?
Okay, so yeah, all right. So interesting. Whilst you bring that up, it's because I did a gig for somebody else in Essex, and you came down and did a bit of programming on the Wolf Mix for me.
Yeah.
And you were like, "Oh my God, you got so many cables," and I had 2 boxes of cables, so I went, "Fine, I won't take that second box." So I moved everything out that I've got into a box and was like, "Right, that's the spare one. I don't need to take that."
Yeah.
And then I knew, then I had everything in my box that I took to my first gig this weekend, just gone.
Yeah.
And I got there and I was a cable short. Because I took it out to charge all my uplighters and never redid it. So I know it's my fault, but normally the safe is in the other box, which you then told me not to start taking because you got it.
No, because
I'm just saying.
Well, I'm just going to say I'm going to counteract that, right?
Okay.
Is that I'm going to counteract it, right? Because you always give it, I've got a big SUV, but I haven't got a lot of space. So I said to you, right, number one, get rid of them 200-meter reels of XLR cables. You don't need that. You just need like 5 meters.
The one that you tried to fix. I'll pause there. The one you tried to fix for me is broken again anyway. But we'll move on. We'll talk. That's something we'll talk. Yeah, we'll talk about that offline. But yeah, go on. So
right. I mean, what I was saying now. So I was trying to save you some space so that you've got a little bit more space to put some more stuff in it.
Right. Okay. You just basically want me to spend money.
Mate, you don't need my help spending money. You really don't, honestly. I tell you. You said last week we said money burns hole in my pocket, but mate, I tell you, money burns hole in your pocket quicker.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
No, it doesn't. I've been very
what
good
about
this
these
month.
lovely muffs straight away?
It looks a bit dirty again, but I don't know. Let's brush that off. I like me muffs.
Mate, so do I.
So yeah, going back to it, I want to see people's videos on TikTok or on Instagram of your challenge of setting up your DJ set, your rig. I want to see it timed, and let us know in your comments.
How do we get a hashtag? Like,
you don't need a hashtag.
I want a hashtag.
DJ setup challenge. There you go.
It's a bit much though, isn't it? Can't we have something a bit shorter?
What do you want then? Hashtag what?
How about TGJ setup?
Oh my God.
The Groove Junction setup. What about something like that?
No, that's just silly now. Why, this is not even related to Groove Junction, isn't it?
Well, yeah, because we're talking about it. So yeah,
we're talking about it on the show.
Yeah, but then anyone that's not listening to you won't know about the challenge.
Yeah, but it's easy to find it.
Find what? The challenge. How's it going to be easy to find the challenge? We've only spoken about it on here. So how's it going to be easy to find if you haven't listened to the Groove Junction?
I'm going to repost my story going.
Because you know I'm right.
This is a challenge, everybody.
Okay, the challenge.
That's what I'm going to do.
We'll do away with the hashtag this week.
Let's get rid of the hashtag. We don't need hashtags right now. Don't need hashtag.
It's stupid idea, anyway.
So what do you got coming up this week, mate? What's your plans? I know what one of your days' worth of plans are. Silent pause.
Oh yeah, is it really? Is it this week?
This is Friday. We are Salisbury Cathedral, Silent Disco, me, you, and Funky TJ.
Yeah.
diary
I'm
of a DJ
looking forward.
are on stage at Salisbury, 1,400 people.
Yeah, looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to that. I actually put the day off as well, off my main job. So I'm coming, going to rock down to you for breakfast.
Breakfast?
Well, yeah. Well,
Oh.
yeah, but I mean, I'm not talking like 8 o'clock breakfast. I'm talking like
brunch.
after. Yeah, brunch. Let's do brunch.
Let's do
Yeah,
brunch.
let's
All
do
right.
brunch.
All
And
right.
then we'll go down to like Salisbury, and I'm so looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it.
It's going to
I'm
be a
on,
great. It's going to be a
yeah.
great gig. I've not done a silent disco for a couple of weeks now, which I'm feeling a bit like
Oh,
got the
oh,
ick about it a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, the team were obviously down in Brighton. I mentioned that the other weekend.
Mm.
And they were in Glasgow and Edinburgh. They had 2 shows in Glasgow and 1 show in Edinburgh this weekend, just gone. So some of the team were up, well, most of the team were up there for those 2 gigs this weekend. So back down to Salisbury then this Friday. Looking forward to having TJ on the bill. First one for him.
Yeah, I like TJ.
And I think the 3 of us on stage are going to have a great time.
Yeah, I think we are. I think we're going to get a bounce off of each other quite well.
Yeah,
you know,
I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a great night. And
I bought you a little present. I'm not going to show you what it is, but I bought you a little present.
Oh, here we go again.
That's well cool.
So we're going to discuss it next week, are we?
We'll discuss it next week or the week after.
Okay.
Next week, don't forget also, I've got a busy weekend next weekend. So
really busy. Let's do, okay, that's Friday out of it. So we don't finish Friday till around about 11. Time we get out of the cathedral, blah, 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 on the road. We're not going to get back here realistically back to mine till around about 2:30.
Yeah.
Then you're going to be home at 3:30.
3:30, and then I'm up at 6 to go and do my radio show at City Sound.
Cancel that.
Then I'm trying to voice track it, so I don't actually have to be there.
There you go.
But it's finding the time this week to go and do it.
Yeah.
Then Saturday night I've got a 17th birthday.
Saturday night. Yep.
Then Sunday, London
for the Photo Booth Expo, which we banged on about last week, and the week before we banged on. And if you want, and you still haven't got your tickets for the Photo Booth Expo, you can go to episode 8.
Yeah.
Have a look at the description, and we've got a promo code in that description.
Yeah, there's 2 promo codes for that. There's one for the trade floor, and there's the full pass as well, which means you get all the seminars as well as the trade floor and the after party.
Yeah.
And it is worth, just reminding people, £13,000 worth of prizes being given away.
Yeah. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. So, so we got the expo on Sunday. No doubt we're going to be bumping into loads of people, and we're going to do some recording for the Groove Junction as well. We're going to interview a few of the DJs from around the country that we know. Yeah. We're going to speak to a few suppliers, hopefully, and get some hot off the press.
Yeah,
we've got some of new bits and pieces that are coming out.
We've got some new products. New products are being launched at this show as well, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's going to be. Yeah. It's going to be a great afternoon. Really good. That starts at 12.
Yeah, so 5:30, 7 o'clock.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
that'd be good. And I'm also out for you. You've asked me to jump in and help you on Saturday.
Yeah, you got a party for me at Saturday in Junction
up the road. Yeah,
so just up the road.
So it's gonna it's a busy weekend.
It is a busy weekend.
Big gig on Friday.
Yeah.
Probably my biggest gig ever on Saturday, covering Mr. JC. And then Sunday, we're once again no sleep. We're just going to be walking around like zombies.
Absolutely.
There's going to be a lot of caffeine.
Hell,
I reckon, before the start of that.
We're going to need it. I'm actually bringing my daughter with me. No. Well, I know you know, but the listeners don't know.
Oh, right, yeah, of course.
Stop being so selfish. It's not all about you, is it?
Oh. Is it not? Oh,
no.
All right.
So Amelia's going to come down and she's going to be our videographer.
Yeah, she's going to do some filming.
Giving her a title to make it feel that she's got to be really, really, which is important, but make feel that really, really need her and not to do it like a mummy hissy fit on me.
Oh.
Because she does get hangry.
Did she?
Yeah, mate, she's a nightmare. Honestly. Like Jekyll and Hyde.
Oh. don't know where she gets that from.
Definitely not me.
They're
Not me, mate.
Definitely
Honestly.
not going there.
So yeah, looking forward to this weekend. Busy
Yeah,
weekend, but looking forward to it.
It's going to be really busy this weekend.
It's going to be good fun. Going to be good fun.
But it's going to be great. Yeah, we're going to we're gonna document as much as we can the road trip from mine all the way down to Salisbury, down in Wiltshire.
Do we pass an airport?
No, will we? Yes, we will go around. We will go around the 25 past Heathrow, and then we'll chuck a right down the M3 down towards Salisbury.
You know, I don't even know where Salisbury is.
No, I know you don't. It's not too far away from Stonehenge way, so we might pass Stonehenge.
I've seen Stonehenge.
Oh, have you? Well, in the news.
No, I drove past it. I think I was on the road called the A303. I think it is
the 303. You're right.
Yeah, and I was driving past, and I was thinking, why is it taking so long to drive down this road? Why are people going so slow? And then all of a sudden,
there's a load of rocks.
I was just like, wow, and it's miles away from the road.
Yes, well, it's not miles away, but
then I did find out a little bit of history about all the big mounds and that I thought were hills, but they're not. They're actually graves, apparently. Yeah. So there you go. Education.
So we've got a bit of a drive. So anything that keep me occupied it'll be junk food, sweets, and
I've already got your sweets bought, mate. I've already bought the sweets.
Ribbing John.
Yeah, I'm used to that though now. Yeah, saying I bought off a duck's back.
Yeah.
So your sweets I've already, because I do, it is worth telling our listeners that since I come on to the silent disco bill, not the first one, the second one, I didn't realise that sweets were such a big part of a silent disco.
For me, it is.
So I make sure that each DJ gets a packet of sweets.
You do.
Or in Brad's, because Brad's not a sweet person, Brad's a savoury person, so he gets Pringles.
Yeah.
To be fair.
BFB.
And the crew, they all get sweets.
Yeah.
And I bought your sweets already. Bought them yesterday. Bought them Sunday. Bought them.
Oh, nice.
So your sweets are done.
Nice, lovely. You're good, man. Yeah, I don't want to.
TJ likes it. TJ's just going to get whatever's left. He's going to get like aniseed twists or something like that.
If he listens to this, he'll be putting requests in.
He needs to put a request, so I know.
But no, it's we do like a touch of the snacks whilst
it's a little bit of fun, isn't it?
A little bit of energy, a little bit of sugar, keep you going. Keep the morale going, keeping everybody happy, which is what it's all about.
I like eating them right in front of the public when they're looking up at you, like they look up, they do that, and then you get like a Squish'em or a Haribo and you put it in and they give it. Can I have one?
Yeah, I've fallen foul of handing out a few Haribos and a few Pringles in my time.
The thing is, you say, go on, you can have one. They don't just take one, do they?
No, they don't. Rude.
They just like dive in, whip it.
Yeah, not
can't
great.
be having that.
No, maybe we stop doing that.
We can only go so far. Not with sweets.
Maybe we stop doing that. Doing that.
You're the worst one. You're the one that seems to have more friends on these bills than anybody else.
Friends? Oh, I do have a lot of people. I know a lot of people around the country, and they come along, don't they?
Yeah, of course they do. Of course they do.
And it's all about making new friends whilst you're out and about.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got hardcore followers of people that come around the country and go to silent discos.
Yeah, no, you're what's his name?
Which is Luke. Luke's one of the main ones. Luke. Yeah. Big up Luke. Luke travels all around the country. He comes to all of the silent disco gigs. Doesn't matter where we are, it'll just pop up. It's like, oh, Luke's here. But he loves them. Anyway, let's have a break. Let's see you after the break, yeah? Do it. After the break. Welcome back to the second part of the Groove Junction. John, did you enjoy your toilet break?
No. You know what? Right.
It's an age thing, is it, John?
Just forgot to change the bag. That's all it was. But you talking about toilet breaks, right? Have you got right when you're at a gig, right?
All right, go on.
And you got full dance floor.
Yeah.
And you're like, mate, I need to go, Luke.
Yeah.
Right. All the songs I'm doing now are like 2.5 minute songs. All that it is, right? And I like to try and mix as much as I can.
Yeah.
And my toilet is like all the way down there, right? Okay, I could. And you sort of like negotiate and navigate a route before you've actually let them go through there and want to go, and then you get there, right, and there's like 4 blokes in there. Well, you know the rule, with the urinal rule. Even if there's one in the middle, you don't go in the middle. If there's 2 blokes standing either side, you don't go to the empty one in the middle.
Depends how desperate you are, John, really.
Mate, it's an unwritten rule. You just don't do it, right? You just just don't do it, right? And I was like, yeah, and I have to find a song. So I've got a couple of songs that I've got like in the little thing, right? 6 minutes, bang, right, quick. Have you got anything like that?
I think I've trained my bladder well enough now that whilst I'm working, it's just as soon as I hit that stop button at the end of the night, that's when it
That's
the bladder goes.
I'm off. Yeah.
And
See,
I start running.
I drink a lot when I'm gigging. They're like lemonade. I'll do
Lemonade.
I don't drink alcohol.
No, you don't.
Because I've got to drive home. There's no
There is
point.
that. Unless I'm driving.
I do drink a lot when I'm on stage.
Yeah.
I think that's partly because I can't vape or smoke or anything. I don't smoke, but vape. So I have a swig of drink and I do have plenty. So yeah, toilet break. I like a toilet break.
Moving from toilet breaks after this lovely little break that we had in a minute of the Grove Junction this week, I want to talk about travelling to gigs. Now we travel. I travel a lot around the country to the silent discos ones. Go all over, and it's not an issue for me personally. But for mobile gigs, when you're doing it yourself, what is your thoughts on travel? Do you keep it within a set range? Do you have I'm not doing anything more than 70 miles away from my home address? What's your take on it? Like, have you got a time scale on it, a mileage scale on it? What is it?
No, I'll be honest, I haven't. If somebody rings me up and wants me because they've either seen me before or been recommended or whatever, I'll pretty much go anywhere, to be fair. I really will. The furthest I've been from Essex is Leeds for a private, for a party. Yeah. And it was a school prom. And they were a +1 at a school prom down here. Mm-hmm. Saw me and they went, right, can I take, I didn't think nothing off of it. And then I got a phone call and said, yeah, it's a place. Nice. I've been Leeds. Well, no, when you say, kids come up, well, whatever, say, have you got a card? You give them a card. I didn't think it was going to be for another prom. Yeah. So far away. And, obviously the price reflected the travel and all that. But I know, but then saying that you're the same because when you up in Blackpool or Manchester or something?
Manchester. Did a wedding in Manchester this year. It's interesting because some people are very much, no, I won't travel or go long distances with it. I mean, we're not full-time mobile DJs. I think if you are full-time mobile DJ, I think, it's part and parcel of it. But I think we're in that area where we can pick and choose if we want to do it or not, ultimately. And then, like you said, the pricing will reflect that if they want you to travel that far to do it, do a show.
If it's a long gig, sort of like, 100 miles, 150 miles away from here, I will sort of say to them that, I'm happy to do it. I'll come up and I'll do what I do and this and the other, but you may be able to find someone cheaper closer to you. I do give them that option. If they're adamant that they still want me, then I'll say, well, okay, you're going to have to pay this. Because then I've got to look at finishes at midnight. I'm going to be out by 1 and 2 hour, 3 hour drive home. You got to factor all that into it. But I mean, I will pretty much drive anywhere. I don't have a set. The closest one, as I say, is 47 seconds away. And Leeds
45, you said 45
because there was no traffic.
Oh right, yeah.
I had to turn right at the end of the road. To be fair, but yeah. So I will go anywhere. It does. I enjoy driving, and I also enjoy after the gig. Although sometimes tired, I actually enjoy the drive home. That kind of winds me down. Ready for when I get home. I'm going to go straight to bed.
Do you know the best thing for driving to and from gigs?
No, go on.
Listening to the Grove Junction.
Yeah, you know what? There's a couple of people I know that do listen to the Grove Junction the weekend after their gigs. Yeah. And I know a couple of people that have broken down because they've listened to the Grove Junction. after a gig.
Shout out to Scott Dewings
Just not doing
out in Suffolk. We brought that one up
I
a
think
few
he
episodes
rang
ago.
me the other day after his gig the other night. He rang me. He said, "Hey, Des, I'm just driving out for my gig." He said, "Yeah, me too." I went, "Oh, whereabouts are you?" He said, "I'm not going to tell you where I am because I'm on the road I broke down on last time." Hey, so yeah, but yeah, I just like I don't really have music on when I drive home. To be fair, 'cause I've been listening to it all. So I don't really listen to anything.
Yeah.
I just like want to drive home and just sort of unwind sort of thing. But yeah, I'll go anywhere, mate. Don't bother me.
Yeah, it doesn't really bother me if they're willing to pay, I will travel. It's not an issue. And I think that comes hand in hand with like work, like keeping the diaries busy, keeping those gigs, those shows, whatever you're doing, club nights, whatever you're doing. It's all about keeping your diaries busy to get the jobs done, to get the gigs done, and everything else. And I think if you restrict yourself to a particular area, you sort of
You're just restricting the work, aren't you?
you're restricting then your work, and you're then restricting your diary getting full. I mean, it's personal choices, personal preferences.
Yeah.
Like we've talked about it after the silent discos. Once we've done it on a Friday night, if it's finishing at 11 or finishing at 12, we'll pack out, we'll help the event teams get out of the venues, and then we're in the car for an hour to 2.5 hours. Sometimes it's been three and a bit hours drive back home. But I've got commitments the next day. I've got family. I've got commitments the next day. I've got to sort the little ones out and all that sort of stuff. And that's just part and parcel of it. But I much prefer to drive at night time than like during the day, because it's just an easy run.
Yeah,
but
it is an easy run.
Yeah,
it's harder to stay awake though. Sometimes you have to be careful.
Yeah, but this is what we mentioned before in other episodes. We're a good little network of DJs who we speak to, and to be honest, I want to broaden that a little bit more. Like, reach out to people that you're following online and go, "Hey, like, I've seen you online. You got a gig this weekend. Any chance I can have a chat with you about it whilst driving back from my gig?" I think that's where we, that networking, additional networking comes in.
Yeah, so Scott Dewing phones me quite near enough every Saturday, because he drives home at the same time as me, and we have a little catch up and a little chat, and it's great. It's great little chat, and as you say, broadening those like that network to talk to the other DJs. We're all driving home at the same time.
Exactly.
Well, most of us, sometimes, if they're on a long drive, they might just need that little chat, and that might give them something to think about when you're not talking to them.
Exactly.
To keep them awake. So
yeah. I think it's right. So I think we've covered toilet breaks. We've covered how far will you travel for a gig, and we've also now covered about not restricting yourself and broadening those, and also contact. Speak to people. Speak to the team. Speak to other DJs. Reach out to them online and say, "Look, you got a gig. I like the stuff that you're doing. You got a gig this weekend. Can I give you a call afterwards?"
You know what? It's kind of gig related in a little way. I've had a couple of phone calls or messages, not phone calls. I've had a couple of messages dropped to me this week, asking for my help with the Wolf Mix. A couple of people have bought the Wolf Mix. So I said, 100%. I'll make time in my diary this week. We'll have a little chat. We'll have a little talk about it. One guy said, "I'm all set up." He said, "I just want some ideas. Like, how have you set your one up?" Because if you don't know what the Wolf Mix is, you look at it and all you're seeing is 16 light up buttons, a screen, and some knobs, and you just think, "Well, I don't even know what that is.
Where do I start?"
So so the network, the network that we've got with people reaching out for, then I think I'm a big believer that no question is a silly question. There is no silly questions, right? If you don't know the answer to a question, it doesn't make it a silly question. If you know the answer, it still doesn't make it a silly question. It just means that somebody has asked that question at some point and we found out the answer for it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So if you've got any questions and we don't know the answer, we'll help you find the answer, sort of thing.
Yeah, I
help,
think
advice, that sort of thing.
yeah, help and advice and what it's. I think it's for me, I want to build on that. I want to build on the network of people that now know through even through the Pro Mobile retreat that we did where we first met. And since then my network is growing, through you, and I think it's those sort of things that make our DJ community get better is because of the networking that we're doing amongst ourselves. And that goes hand in hand with, how people are feeling. Like if you're not feeling particular because you're doing it on your own all the time, pick up the phone, speak to someone, have that chat with someone. We're all in it together. We're all in the same boat. We're all doing gigs at the same time and finishing at the time, packing up at the same time and getting in the cars and driving home at the same time. Let's have a chat.
Absolutely. Yeah, have a little chat. And it don't even, the thing is, the chat doesn't even have to be about DJing. I've had a like a 2.5 hour conversation with one DJ, and we weren't even talking about DJing. He was on a downer, and we just talked about the fact that he plays golf, he plays computer games. DJing didn't really even come into it. Okay, so people were ringing me up for that sort. So yeah, I mean, it's important to reach out. It is important because you're not on your own. Because there's like hundreds of us.
100%.
There's
loads of us out there.
Yeah.
Loads of us out there.
And we're all over we talk to people all over the world, not just in the UK. It's all over the world.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
And, talking about people, we are hoping to see as many people as we possibly can at the expo this weekend. Really looking forward to it. I know we touched on it in the first half, but if you see me or John, you won't miss John because he'll be wearing his red trilby, as he's mentioned a couple of times on the podcast. So, but if you see us, come. I mean, we'll be walking around with these microphones in our hands anyway, wanting to speak to a few people and get their thoughts and feelings on any aspect of the expo, DJing, what they're doing, whether they like this podcast or not. We're looking just to speak to many people.
Good to get people's opinion on the show, because on the actual expo itself, because obviously it's like 2 in 1 this year.
Yeah.
And I did my first one, BPM. Last year was my first one, and I enjoyed it, and I spent most of the day networking with other DJs as well.
Yeah.
And it'd be interesting. Yeah, and I think it'll be interesting to talk to the people that we see their names on a TikTok live, or we see their name in a message, but we don't actually know their faces or what they look. So it'd be good to
100%.
Come up, say hello. Do a little.
John more than happy to sign a few autographs. Like
mate, I'm not that famous. I'm definitely not that popular. I'm definitely not that way.
Well, I've seen your numbers. They speak wonderful.
My numbers for what?
On your social media platforms.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you got fans.
I've got followers. I was
not fans. You tell me they're fans. You tell me they're fans.
What's the difference between a fan and a follower?
You tell me.
Well, I don't know the answer.
Well,
can you find it out for me?
Answers on a postcard, people.
Yeah, I'm very grateful for the people that follow like me and all that.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
it's great. And you got the radio show on a Saturday morning.
Yeah, do that.
You do as many lives as you possibly can.
Yeah,
you do all your
live last night at this party.
At the weekend.
Yeah. Yeah. When was it? Saturday night. The girl come up and said she said, "Oh, I've seen you on TikTok," and I went,
"There you
"No,
go."
right." And she went, "Are you doing anything with it now?" And I went, "No, I'm not." She went, "Go live, and then we'll wave in the background."
Oh.
And I'm like, right, okay. And I kind of stayed live for about 2 hours, and I thought, "Oh, mate, I'm running out of battery here." I'm running out of battery. But at one point, there was like over 100 people watching me.
Oh,
I was
really?
like, wow, that's on a Saturday night.
Well,
It was quite cool. But the thing is, when you're DJing, I mean, my concentration was more on the crowd and the music I was playing, not what was happening on TikTok Live. To be fair.
mean, I've seen your eyes light up when people asked you for photograph when we did Cheltenham.
Where we did Cheltenham.
Silent Disco.
Well, I wasn't expecting it.
You
Mate,
could not. I'd tell you what,
Mate,
John was in his absolute element of people going, "Oh, can we have a photograph of you? Can we have a photograph of you?" John was like,
mate, I was all over it. Like, mate.
John was in his absolute element of people going, "Oh, can we have a photograph of you? Can we have a photograph of you?" John was like,
mate, I was all over it, like baked beans on toast, mate.
Yeah,
baked beans on toast. I was there, mate. Come, here, come. Smart. How do you want me to post? I loved it. I did like it. I thought it was good fun. And I think,
it was.
Sometimes, right? You go on a plane and you get to your destination, and then as soon as the plane hits the tarmac, it all starts clapping.
Did it?
Right? Do you not get that on
No.
the planes that I've been? They do. They're like, yeah, thank God we got here. We landed. And occasionally, not all the time, but occasionally you'll do a party and they'll come up to you. Last song's done, all the lights are on, and then the host will come up to you. Or the person will go, "Can I borrow your microphone?" You know, God, here we go.
No.
Oh no. And they give it. They do. Blah blah. Can we have a big thank you for the DJ? Yeah, man, I lapped that up. Yeah, I bet you do.
I bet you do. Do you get like your business cards out and you're like, have that.
Yeah.
Have that. Well, listen, have a great week ahead, my man. I will see you.
Actually, before
I try and wrap the show up every time, and you go, whoa, one more thing. Go on, what are you going to tell me?
Oh, if you don't want to know, it's interesting.
No, tell me.
No, it's really, no.
If it's interesting, I'm all ears.
Well, I just want to very quickly say,
Go on.
right, that last week we had Josh, JF Discos on.
We did, Josh, young Josh.
And we jokingly said, didn't we? He said, right, when you talk to the people that you're accredited to, both lighting.
He's both lighting, isn't he? He's linked into both lighting, yeah.
So I said to him, look, do us a favour, right? And we was kind of joking. Right?
Yeah.
We said we want a longer power con level than a meter.
Yeah, I knew you were talking about power cons.
Yeah. He messaged me today. Both lighting have said if you buy a light or a fixture that has a power cable with it, if you put in the comments when you go to the checkout, if you put in the comments that you require a 3 meter power con cable, they will supply it free of charge.
Love that. Love that.
Thank you, Josh.
Well done, Josh. Both lighting. Josh went back into both lighting and he's making it happen.
Yeah.
He's making it happen for us.
And you heard it here on the Groove Junction.
Lovely stuff.
There we go.
Thanks, Josh. Thanks for sorting that out and querying that with both lighting. And they're quite happily going to say, yeah, we can give you an extra 2 meters added on to the original 1 meter of cable that we're going to give you. But no, good stuff. Good stuff, Josh.
Well done. Yeah. Good
Johnny
stuff.
boy, have a great week. I'm looking forward to seeing you Friday.
Absolutely.
And then we're off down to Salisbury for the Cathedral, 1,400 people, silent disco. Looking forward to that. And then hopefully we're going to see as many people as we possibly can at the Expo this weekend in West London.
Looking forward to that.
Can't wait.
Yeah,
Busy week.
You can still get your discounted tickets if you use the Groove Junction code as well. Go to episode 8. All the details are there. Use the code. Get big discount. And it is a big discount.
Yeah, it's a big discount. It's fairly decent.
Yeah.
Fairly decent. All the details there in the description of episode 8 if you need a ticket. If you still need a ticket for the Expo, I know the We DJ one is a free event. However, you still have to register.
Yes.
The Expo, you have to pay for that, i.e. the Photo Booth Expo. But part of that, you will get the trade floor and you'll also get the seminars and the after party as well. There's also the code for that one as well in there.
Yeah.
Go and check that out. Episode 8 on the description. Thanks everyone again for downloading, listening to the Groove Junction. My name is Matty F, and that man to my left or right, depending on which side I'm going to put him this week, is the JC himself, Mr. John Colley. You've been listening to the Groove Junction. We will see you again next week. Take care.
See you later.